it's Vicky, and welcome back to another tutorial. Today we're talking about candy patterns. Once again, we're going to be talking about peyote stitch cuff patterns, how to design and follow them. So first thing, you're going to want to go to candypatterns.com and then click Pattern Maker, and this is how you design your own. If the pattern maker doesn't pop up when you click on it and it shows this Get Adobe Flash Player, and you know you already have Flash Player, that means you'll need to allow Flash Player. So you'll have to click this little lock thing, go to Flash, hit Allow, and then refresh the page, and now the pattern maker is working. Just like last time, I mentioned that when you open up the pattern maker, it's going to automatically pop up with a multi-stitch cuff pattern. But today we're talking about a peyote stitch cuff pattern, which looks a little different. So we're going to click here where it says Generate Template. And then where it says Bead Type, click the drop-down menu and hit Peyote. And then for columns, I usually use 24 columns. And that will fit a 6 to 6.5 inch wrist. Usually, it depends how big your beads are. And then as far as rows go, we'll go with 10. And this is what a peyote stitch pattern looks like. So the top is flat, the top and bottom are flat, and the sides are zigzag like this. So basically you make the cuff lengthwise, and then you attach the two ends to each other. The numbering feature does not work with peyote stitch, so we can't use that. Basically, just give yourself some room to play around and draw. I am going to outline just a white pattern for you here today, because I'm going to use the colors to show you how you would read the pattern. With peyote stitch patterns, it is really good to have a grasp on how a peyote stitch cuff is made, and of course I have tutorials for that. A really important thing to note about peyote stitch is you see this side, it's all nice and zigzaggy. You need to make sure that the other side is zigzagging sort of in the opposite way. So let's say on the top, on this side, the top bead is popping out, and then over on the other side, the top bead is popped in. So it's very important that you draw that out in your design so that when you make the cuff, the two ends fit together like a puzzle piece. So this is the shape that your peyote stitch pattern should have, regardless of what color you want. And it can be even or odd number of rows tall, but that will affect the stitch or the technique used to make it. And then when it comes to like the length of it, the length doesn't matter. So if you remember when we did the multi-stitch cuff, the length of the bracelet needed to be an even number. But when it comes to peyote stitch, the length, it doesn't matter if it's even or odd. So I'm going to use the patterns in this palette to demonstrate to you how to read the cuff pattern. Personally, I always start on the left side, but it kind of doesn't matter. You can start wherever you want. So you would first make the base of your peyote stitch cuff, which would look like this. So that would be your first step right there. So step 2, we're going to do in orange in these little spaces here. So step 2 would be filling those in. Step 3, I'm going to show you in yellow. And then step 4 in green. All right. So this is how you make and follow the pattern. Now, if it was an odd number, let's say, let's add another row. This would change the stitch that you would use to make the peyote stitch cuff. Oh, that's not the same color. There we go. So then your base would look like this. And then step 1 would have 3 beads, and step 2 would have 4 beads. And then there would be 3, and then 4, and then 3, and then 4. So I've shown the steps in rainbow order, and I hope that that's helpful for you. I will save this and link it in the description so that if you have a peyote stitch pattern you want to follow, maybe it can help. So I'm gonna go ahead and upload this and call it peyote instructions. And then hit upload. And it's gonna give me this little error message that says I'm not logged in. Now I know that's not true, so I'm gonna just give it another try. Peyote instructions. And hit upload. Alright, success. Close. And then of course, once you have uploaded your pattern, you're gonna scroll down in this little user menu and hit all my patterns. And then it will be right there for you. And if you wanted to show someone else your pattern, all you would need to do is copy and paste this link and send it to them. Anyways, guys, I hope this tutorial was helpful. Let me know in the comments section if you have any questions or suggestions that go along with this sort of theme. Hit the thumbs up if you liked the video, subscribe for more tutorials, and until next time, peace, love, unity, and respect.